Oh. Sarvadharmastapakatvam sarvadharmasvarupakaha acharyanam mahacharyo Ramakrishna te namaha. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Namaste, pranam. Sri Ramakrishna consoling Sri Sharada Charan over the grief of the loss of his son. And Sri Ramakrishna telling him that, my dear child, this is the play of God. Everything in this creation it has just a momentary existence. Your house, your family, your wife, your children, your friends, everything is just a momentary existence. And everything under this creation has to undergo the path of creation, preservation, and destruction. These are the three activities that the God is constantly engaged in. And then he had given that example of that grand old lady in the house, the great old mistress who keeps on so many things in a hodgepodge pot. The pumpkin seeds, the cucumber seeds, and as she wills, she will take out those seeds. Likewise, Sri Ramakrishna says, when the mother dissolves one creation, she will gather the seeds from that creation and put it in a hodgepodge pot. And when she feels like starting another creation, she feels like giving birth to another creation, she will pull out those seeds and use those seeds to create another creation. Again, she will lovingly, affectionately preserve that creation, make it grow and grow and grow and grow. And one fine day she decides, enough of it now. Let me dissolve this whole thing. And there is a phase of destruction. So this creation, preservation, destruction is a continuous process. From that destruction, again she will carry the seeds for the next creation. So Sri Ramakrishna says, this is what happens. I know your grief, I can understand your grief, it is so natural, but then you have to come out of it. You have to get over it and understand the play of the God, that this creation, preservation, destruction is all the play of the Divine Mother. Accept this fact and tune yourself. You also be ready for the exit one day, because everything has to make an exit. And after all these words, then Sri Ramakrishna took Adhar Sen to the northern veranda. Now Sri Ramakrishna had something very specific to teach Adhar Sen on this particular day of 8th April 1883. Incidentally, what Sri Ramakrishna told Adhar Sen this day, it has a great significance. What that great significance is and what that great teaching is, we will see as we read that passage that what Sri Ramakrishna told to Adhar Sen. Sri Ramakrishna took Adhar Sen to the northern veranda. Now, as we look at Sri Ramakrishna's room at Dakshineshwar, it has got three doors. The eastern door, it leads to the southeast veranda, which there is a courtyard, and then leading towards the Kali temple, Radha Govinda temple, the Nath Mandir, and those things, and also towards the 12 Shiva temples. The western door, it takes us to the Ganges, and the northern door, it takes us to our Ma, our most beloved, most compassionate Ma, who is staying there in the Nahabat, just a few feet away from the northern door of Sri Ramakrishna's room. Now Sri Ramakrishna takes Adhar Sen to that northern veranda and starts talking to him. Now what is that one-to-one kind of talk with Adhar Sen? Let us see. Of course, Sri M is also listening to the talk sitting in the room. That's why this entire talk could become a part of the gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, which was written by Sri M. Master to Adhar, you are a deputy magistrate. Remember that you have obtained your position through the grace of God. Exactly the same kind of advice, teaching that Sri Ramakrishna had given to Suren's brother, who was a judge. And Sri Ramakrishna, when he met his brother for the first time, he said, oh, you are a judge? Very good. But always remember who has put you in that position. Always remember who is the source of you putting in that position. So Same advice Sri Ramakrishna gives Adhar Sen also, that always remember that you have obtained your position through the grace of God. Always keep that in mind. Why you have got this particular higher position in the society. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, do not forget him. Never forget the Lord. Never forget the Divine Mother. The Mother has put you there. And then Sri Ramakrishna tells a very great truth, shares a great truth with Adhar Sen. Sri Ramakrishna says that remember that all men must one day walk down the same path that Sri Sharada Charan's son walked, made an exit from this world. And Sri Ramakrishna is telling Adhar Sen that remember, always remember, that all men have to walk the same path one day. And why I said about that importance of this teaching of Sri Ramakrishna to Adhar Sen, just after 18 months of Sri Ramakrishna giving this teaching to Adhar Sen, that everybody, all of us, we have to walk down this path of exit. 18 months after this teaching, Adhar Sen passed away. And Adhar Sen was a great beloved disciple, child of Sri Ramakrishna. And it is said that after getting news of Adhar Sen's death, Sri Ramakrishna was greatly perturbed. He was also in great grief, like Sharada Charan was grieving for his son. Sri Ramakrishna went to Ma Kali's temple, and sitting at her feet, he wept for a long time. And that was the kind of relationship Sri Ramakrishna had developed with his disciples, with his children. So this is, that incident happened almost 18 months after this particular talk. And Sri Ramakrishna now again tells him that we stay in the world only for a couple of days. One may live for 100 years, 120 years, but in the cycle of eternity, it is not even a few seconds for that matter. And Sri Ramakrishna is here making a leeway of saying our existence is just for a couple of days. That's all. And after that, we have to make an exit. Wait for the next turn. So that is how the cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction goes on. Now, when we are in this creation, our duty is to perform certain actions. Now, that is what Sri Ramakrishna now tells Adhar Sen, that it is necessary to do a certain amount of work. During this couple of days of existence in this creation, our duty is to perform some work. We are born to perform certain duties. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, this world is filled of activity. We have to perform some duties. Like he gives an example of people leaving their parental places, people leaving their homes in the country, coming to Calcutta to do work. Now, old days, I mean, all those villages and all, when people couldn't find work, they used to come to Calcutta. They used to come to Calcutta to find work, start working, and then when all the work was over, they were retired, then they would again go back to their parental home, their the village homes in the country. Now Sri Ramakrishna says, our home is there. We have come here. We have come here to Calcutta in this creation to work. We have to do the work till we are here. When the time comes, when our work is over, we have to go back to our home. We have to go back to the mother's lap. So keep on working. Do not hide from doing the work. Do not run away from doing the work. Work we must. It is necessary to do certain amount of work. This is kind of a discipline, Sri Ramakrishna says. Doing certain work is setting up a discipline for ourselves of certain protocols. We follow certain protocols, we follow certain routes, we follow certain regulations. So that is how we continue to do the work. But one must finish it early. Sri Ramakrishna says, one must finish it speedily. Not keep on lingering the work for hours and hours together, for days and months and years. Whatever work has come to your lot, finish it quickly, efficiently, speedily, sincerely, honestly. No procrastination, no delays, no postponements. Work, get it done speedily. Because we don't know when the time will come. In order that to prepare ourselves for the exit, complete your work at the earliest possible. While melting gold, now Sri Ramakrishna here gives his another favorite example of the goldsmith. While melting gold, the goldsmith uses everything, all the resources handy. His bellows, the fan, the pipe, all the resources are handy, so that he can use these resources the moment there is sufficient heat generated to melt the gold. When goldsmith is working, it is not that he starts the heat and then, oh, where is the bellows? Now go and get the bellows. Then, oh, bellows are there, now the heat is there. Now I have to melt gold. But where is my fan? I have to fan, no, that heat should expand. Then fan is not there. Now again the goldsmith will go and find where is the fan, where is the fan, then bring the fan. By the time the heat has subsided, again he will reheat. Again he will burn the fire, and now the bellow is there, the fan is there, the flame is in a good mood to melt the gold. But where is my pipe? Through pipe I have to blow the air over to the gold which is to be melted. Now pipe is not there. Again he will run around, then get the pipe. So Sri Ramakrishna's goldsmith never works like this. All the resources he will keep handy. The bellow, the pipe, the fan, and the moment there is right amount of heat generated to melt the gold, he will immediately melt the gold and put it, that molten gold, in the mold. And then he relaxes. The moment that molten gold is put in the mold, the goldsmith is relieved of all the duties. Then his duty is over. Then the mold will do its duty of molding that molten gold into the form of article, giving it a form of the article. Now, once that process is over, once that molten gold is put in the mold, now the goldsmith tells his servant, "Hey man, now bring my smoke." Now he will leisurely sit and enjoy his hubble bubble, enjoy his smoke. Now he can afford to do that because he had put everything handy, all the resources he had put handy, so he could finish his work in the most timely manner. And therefore Sri Ramakrishna says, never delay your work, never, always do the work speedily, without any delay, without any procrastination, without any postponement. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, one must have stern determination while doing this particular activity that we have been allocated in our life. While performing the duties, that one should have a stern determination. Determination like that farmer. Remember the story of the farmer Sri Ramakrishna had taught us, that I will take my bath, I will take my food only after I bring water from the canal to my field. That's kind of stern determination. Then alone is spiritual practice possible. A half-hearted, a shortcut way, the spiritual practice is not possible. You have to have a stern determination. One must make a firm resolve, Sri Ramakrishna says. A half-hearted thing will never work on the spiritual path. No shortcuts work on the spiritual path. One must have a firm resolve. There is a great power in the seed of God's name. When we are on this determined phase of spiritual path, when we are reciting the name of God, when we are chanting the name of God, Sri Ramakrishna says, this seed of God, it has got great power in it. The seed of God's name, the seed of the holy mantra, it has tremendous power. And then Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of the actual process of seed getting germinated. This seed destroys ignorance. This seed destroys the ignorance created by Maya. This seed takes the delusion and illusion away from us and imparts that knowledge who we are. We are those divine souls. The ignorance of, oh, I'm a meek, I can't do anything, that ignorance is wiped out. The seed destroys ignorance. A seed is tender and the sprout soft. Still it pierces the hard ground. When the seed germinates, have you ever noticed how the seed germinates? The seed, first that coating of the seed will just get cut open and a small sprout will come. These are all so tender. At least the seed's coat is a bit hard, but as the sprout comes, it is so tender. But even that soft sprout has got the strength of breaking up the ground and coming above. So delicate it is so soft, it is so tiny, but that has the power of getting rid of the barrier of the earthen ground, and it just pierces, it just shatters that the earth's surface and comes up, springs out, although it is so delicate, although it is so tiny. It pierces the hard ground. The ground breaks and makes way for the sprout. Seeing the determination of the sprout to come up, the ground also breaks. He said, okay, I won't prevent you. I won't block your way. Come, my dear child, now you are up. So Sri Ramakrishna says, the seed of God's name is exactly like that. But we must do it with determination. We must do it with firm resolve. And then even the hardest of the ground will make way for the sprout of our devotion to come up. The mind becomes very much distracted if one lives long in the midst of woman and gold. Now, what are the barriers of this ground to break and bring the sprout up? The barrier is nothing but woman and gold, Sri Ramakrishna says. The mind becomes very much distracted. While the sprout is coming, this mind of ours, every now and then, it gets distracted by the lust and greed. It gets distracted by the woman and gold. Therefore, one must be careful, Sri Ramakrishna says. And it is only the all-renouncing monks, Sri Ramakrishna says, they do not have much to fear in this regard. They have conquered everything. They have given up everything. They have given up all the desires for these worldly enjoyments. They are never to be worried about the lust and greed. The real sannyasi lives away from woman and gold. Therefore, through practice of spiritual discipline, he can always fix his mind on God. The sannyasis, the all-renouncing monks, they're far away. They have given up all these material attachments. So whenever they decide, at the spur of a moment, they are into the God consciousness. True sannyasis, those who are able to devote their minds constantly to God, are like bees. Now, this is again a favorite example of Sri Ramakrishna. Sannyasis are like bees. They will sit only on flowers to sip the honey. They won't sit on any other things. On the contrary, Sri Ramakrishna says, the householders, they are like flies. Now they are sitting in their shrine of their puja room, doing japa and doing arti and doing all the worship. Next moment, they are down to the worldly enjoyments. So Sri Ramakrishna says, the householders have to be careful in this regard. Those who live in the world, in the midst of woman and gold, may direct their attention to God, but sometimes their minds dwell also on woman and gold. They get distracted. So that is why this stern discipline, this firm resolve is extremely necessary, Sri Ramakrishna says. They are like common flies, which light on a piece of candy, which also then it lights on a sore, or next moment, the fly lights on the filth. That is the kind of life that the worldly people, they are entangled into. always keep your mind fixed on God. In the beginning, you must struggle a little. Later on, you will enjoy your pension. Sri Ramakrishna says, initially you might find it extremely difficult. Performing the duties, performing your worldly tasks, and devoting yourself to the chanting of the name and singing the glories of the God, and at the same time always keeping that constant vigil of not to get trapped in the trap of the woman and gold. It is a very tough situation for the worldly people who have to remain in this world. But Sri Ramakrishna says you have to do it with resolve. You have to keep your mind fixed on God. In the beginning, you must struggle, 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 struggle. Then, when you succeed handling both the worldly life and your spiritual life, when you succeed balancing this, holding on to God with one hand and performing your worldly duties with the other hand, then you will be in a very comfortable position. And then a day will come when you will enjoy your pension. You will even leave that hand of doing the worldly duties, and both the hands you will hold on to the lotus feet of the Divine Mother. And that is your pension. Your duty is over, and now start enjoying the pension. Now start enjoying the company of your Divine Mother. That is Sri Ramakrishna's teaching to Adhar Sen, and possibly he implemented this teaching in his life of doing worldly work with one hand and holding on to the Lord with the other hand. And after 18 months of this particular teaching, Sri Adhar Sen made his exit. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.